Hey everyone, let's talk about something that so many of us deal with but just can't seem to shake. That nagging, numb, tingly, pins and needles feeling in your feet. Today, we're going to get to the bottom of what's causing it, and more importantly, we're going to look at some real practical ways to find some relief. All right, let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right, when your feet feel like they've just fallen asleep but they refuse to wake up? It's more than just annoying, isn't it? It can really throw off your balance, it can ruin a good night's sleep, and it can turn a simple, pleasant walk into a real chore. We're going to break down what's actually going on down there and what you can really do about it. So here's our game plan. First, we'll get into the why behind that numb feeling. Then, we'll look at some of the common things people try and why they often fall short. After that, we'll get to the good stuff, solutions that can actually make a difference, including a really cool piece of technology. And we'll wrap it all up with a simple action plan for you. Okay, so what is really going on to cause that strange sensation in your feet? Well, for a lot of people, especially folks over 55, it's not some big mystery. It usually boils down to just a few common issues. Yep, that's usually it. It's often one of three things. The blood just isn't flowing down there like it used to. Conditions like diabetes are taking a toll on the nerves. Or the nerves themselves are just plain irritated or damaged. The main idea is that those nerves aren't getting the food and oxygen they need to send clear signals to your brain. If any of this is ringing a bell for you, trust me, you are not alone. Now, if you've been dealing with this for a while, I'm willing to bet you've tried a few things to fix it. So let's talk about some of the most common products out there and get into why they might not be getting to the real root of the problem. First up, those special shoes and expensive insoles. Now, don't get me wrong, these can be super important for protecting your feet, especially if you can't feel things very well. Think of them like a bodyguard for your feet, preventing cuts and scrapes. But their job is protection, not healing. They don't do a thing to help the damaged nerves inside. And what about compression socks? You see them everywhere. And they are fantastic if you're dealing with swelling and want to give your circulation a little squeeze. But that tingling, that numbness, that's a nerve problem. So while the socks give some nice support, they just aren't designed to wake up those sleepy nerves. Okay, now TENS units are really interesting. The best way to think about a TENS unit is like noise-canceling headphones, but for pain. It just creates a different sensation that distracts your brain from the pain signals coming from your feet. It can feel good for a little while, but it's just masking the problem. As soon as you turn it off, the pain is still there, because the root cause hasn't changed. And who doesn't love a good foot massage? It feels amazing, right? But that's because it's working on your surface muscles. The numbness and tingling we're talking about, well, that's happening deeper down with the nerves and the poor blood flow. A standard massager just can't reach that deep. So yeah, it feels great, but the relief doesn't last. All right, enough about what doesn't quite hit the mark. Let's shift gears and talk about what does work. Because the great news is, there are some really simple, really effective things you can start doing right at home that can make a huge difference. And here are a few of the big ones. Taking a daily walk is huge. It makes your calf muscles act like a second heart, literally pumping blood all the way down to your toes. Simple things like making sure you're not low on vitamin B12, keeping your blood sugar in a healthy range, and even a nice warm foot soak can all help support your nerve health from the inside out. Now, along with those healthy habits, there's also some amazing technology that's designed to tackle the problem directly. It's called NMES, and it works in a completely different way than anything else we've talked about so far. So what on earth is NMES? The easiest way to think about it is like a gentle, automatic workout for the nerves and muscles deep inside your feet. It sends these little electrical pulses that do two incredible things at once. First, they directly stimulate those sleeping nerves to help wake them up. And second, they cause the tiny muscles in your feet to contract and relax, creating a natural pumping action that boosts blood flow right where you need it most. This chart makes the difference crystal clear. A TENS unit is like putting a bandage on the problem. It just covers up the pain for a little while. NMES, on the other hand, is like physical therapy. It's actively working to improve how your nerves and muscles function, which can lead to real, long-term benefits. One masks the symptom, the other helps fix the cause. And this isn't just a theory. Let's talk about Bill. He's a 68-year-old engineer, and you know engineers, they want facts, not fluff. He was skeptical, but he gave an at-home NMES device a try. And guess what? He got back to walking his dog every day, something he was afraid he'd have to give up for good. And then there's Martha. For her, it was this awful burning feeling in her feet that kept her tossing and turning all night. It was wrecking her days. But after consistently using NMES therapy, that burning feeling finally started to fade, and she could sleep through the night. Her words say it all: I got my life back. So here's the best part. This kind of medical-grade technology used to be something you could only get in a doctor's office or a physical therapy clinic. But now, it's available in really simple, easy-to-use devices you can have right in your own living room. Let's see how you can get it. This device is called NeuroGo. It takes that powerful NMS technology and puts it into a super simple format. You literally just put your feet on it, pick a setting that feels good, and let it run while you're sitting on the couch, reading a book, or watching your favorite show. It couldn't be easier. Now, it's important to know that real improvement takes a little time. This isn't an overnight magic trick. In the first couple of weeks, you might just notice your feet feel a little warmer after using it. That's the circulation improving. After a month or so, a lot of people say they're sleeping better with less burning. And with consistent use over 2 or 3 months, you can see significant changes in numbness and even your balance. It's a steady journey. And that's really what I want you to take away from this today. Real, lasting improvement is possible. You don't have to just live with foot numbness and accept it as a normal part of getting older. You have options. And to help you get started, the folks who make NeuroGo have given us a pretty amazing discount just for our viewers to make it a lot more affordable to try. You can get a full 40% off your order just by clicking the link you see in the description below this video or by typing in neurogo.com/YT40off. And here's the best part. It comes with a 90-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. So you can try it out for 3 whole months. And if you don't feel a difference, you get your money back. There's literally no risk. So let me leave you with this one question. Just think about it for a second. What would you do if you could walk with confidence again, without that fear of stumbling? What would it feel like to sleep soundly all the way through the night? If you think NeuroGo might help you get there, this is a fantastic opportunity to find out for yourself. Thanks so much for watching.